Clara had always been drawn to discarded things. She believed that every object, no matter how insignificant, held a story and a soul. Her fascination led her to a dusty antique shop, where a peculiar metal sifter caught her eye. It was heavy and cold, its surface scratched and stained with the residue of forgotten use. The shopkeeper, a gaunt man with a tired face, gave her a stark warning. "Don't touch it, miss. No one who has owned it has kept it for long." Ignoring his words, Clara bought it with a smile and took it home. On her kitchen counter, she began to examine it. As she turned the wooden handle on the side, a soft, whispering sound echoed from deep within it, a faint shh, shh, shh. Like a chilling breath in a dark, empty room, an unnatural coldness radiated from the sifter, raising goosebumps on her arms. Intrigued, Clara slowly reached her hand inside. Suddenly, an unseen force gripped her, yanking her into the sifter's hollow with terrifying speed. She couldn't scream. She was dragged into a spiraling vortex of darkness. Then everything went silent. The next morning, her neighbors found Clara's apartment unlocked. The old sifter sat innocently on the counter, surrounded by a fine white powder, but Clara was gone. Her disappearance remained a mystery. Where did the sifter take her, and what was that strange powder? No one could say. She had simply vanished, leaving only a chilling silence and the peculiar object behind. Clara felt like she was falling for an eternity, before landing on something soft and yielding. She opened her eyes to a world made entirely of fine white powder. Hills of powder rose around her. The air was thick with it, and even the sky seemed to be made of the same strange substance. She was in a world of pure, unadulterated powder. As she cautiously rose, a soft, whispering voice drifted on the powdery breeze. "You are from the human world, aren't you?" "Who are you?" Clara asked, her voice trembling. "I am the gatekeeper of the sifter. This is the place where all the powder in the world is purified," the voice answered. "You are the first human to have ever come here, brought by the sifter itself. It has been waiting for someone like you." Clara's mind raced. Why me? Why did the sifter bring me here? It is a door meant to bring help to our world. This place has lost its balance and it needs a human to save it. Clara didn't understand. What did this world need saving from, and why was she the one to do it? She looked at the endless powdery horizon, a sense of dread slowly building inside her. The voice of the gatekeeper led Clara through a swirling landscape of white powder. It explained that this world, the realm of purification, was home to the purest substances in the universe. But it had been invaded by a creeping darkness, a vile corruption that turned the pristine powder gray and lifeless. The source of this evil was a creature known as the Sifter's shadow, and it was slowly consuming the realm. As they spoke, a chilling presence descended upon them. A grotesque, shadowy figure, made of swirling gray dust and bits of debris, emerged from behind a hill. Its eyes glowed with a malevolent light. "The human has arrived," the Sifter's shadow rasped, its voice a grinding sound of stone against stone. "The portal has opened once more, and now its power is mine." Clara's heart pounded. The gatekeeper's voice grew frantic. "You must save us. You must turn the handle of the sifter and purify our world. Only you can do it." Clara glanced down at the sifter in her hand. It was the same one she had bought, but now it glowed with a faint, hopeful light. The sifter's shadow lunged forward, its form shifting, its hands reaching for her. Clara knew she had only one chance. She had to act now. Clara's hand shot out, her fingers wrapping around the familiar wooden handle of the sifter. The sifter's shadow, now a monstrous vortex of filth and despair, lunged at her. But as it came close, Clara's grip tightened, and she gave the handle a furious turn. A brilliant, blinding light erupted from the sifter's mesh. It was a pure, cleansing energy that radiated outward, pushing back against the encroaching darkness. The sifter's shadow screamed, a horrifying sound of agony and rage. As the pure white light hit its form, the shadowy substance began to disintegrate, the gray particles of corruption turning back into sparkling, pristine powder. The light pulsed, growing stronger with each turn of the handle. It swept across the landscape, purifying the hills of gray powder and returning them to their former, brilliant white. Finally, with one last desperate shriek, the sifter's shadow was completely consumed by the light, vanishing into nothingness. Clara stood in the now pure realm of purification, the sifter in her hand no longer glowing. The gatekeeper's voice, now clear and strong, filled the air. "You have saved us, human. You have restored the balance." Suddenly, a swirling light appeared before her. A new vortex thought it was her way home. Clara knew she had a choice to make. She could step into the light and return to her world. Or she could stay here in this strange and beautiful place. The Sifter, no longer a mysterious object of danger, was now a symbol of her courage and a key to two different worlds. Clara took one last look at the pure white hills before stepping into the light. Ready to face whatever awaited her back home, Clara returned to her kitchen counter with a jolt, the scent of fresh-baked bread still lingering in the air. The Sifter sat innocently where she had left it, the wooden handle still in her hand. But now it wasn't just an old antique. It was a key. She looked around her apartment at the familiar books, the worn sofa, the potted plants on the windowsill. Everything was exactly as she had left it, yet she was fundamentally changed. She now carried the memory of a world made of powder, of a chilling shadow, and of the power she had used to save it. In the days and weeks that followed, Clara found herself different. Her old fascination with antique objects now had a new layer of meaning. She would often look at the Sifter, a silent reminder of her journey. She knew she had a choice: to keep the Sifter hidden and forget her adventure, or to embrace the strange new reality she had discovered. One day she walked back to the antique store. The old man with the gaunt face was still there. He looked at Clara, his eyes wide with recognition. "You came back," he whispered, a hint of awe in his voice. "And you brought it with you." Clara smiled. "It's not just a Sifter," she said. "It's a door." She placed it on the counter. "I've decided it's time for its next chapter. It's time for someone else to find their own story." The old man nodded slowly, a faint smile on his lips. As Clara walked away, she felt a sense of peace. Her journey was over, but the Sifter's was just beginning. And somewhere, in a world made of powder, the gatekeeper waited, knowing that the next human to turn the handle might be just around the corner. Subscribe for more.